A new PayPal study says adults are owed $51 billion by friends and family, and 1/3 of respondents have ruined a relationship over so-called IOUs. So if you've lent money to someone you care about but haven't been paid back, how do you go about clearing the air? I'm joined now by Ryan Howell, an associate professor at San Francisco State University. And Professor, it's good to have you here. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
So $51 billion, this is no amount of money to sneeze over. Are people just not asking for their money back?
People sometimes feel very uncomfortable asking for their money back, specifically people in the West. 64% of them don't feel that their friends are going to pay them back. So part of what you need to do is understand that the tension that a person feels when they actually have someone who owes them money is part of what's preventing them from actually asking to get the money back.
All right, now to put this in perspective, the average person was owed $450, again, a lot of money. So how do you go about asking for your money back? I mean, are you really going to set up a payment plan with your best friend?
Well, you probably don't need to set up a payment plan, but if you do use a digital peer-to-peer system, then that can actually intervene in the way so that it allows you to ask for your money back without actually having to ask for it back. It will give them notifications every 24 or 48 hours that you owe them money, and people feel it's a little bit less offensive, a little bit less intrusive than me asking you face to face, hey, where's my $20?
But if the person doesn't have the money, I mean, the technology isn't really going to do much.
And this is where you would definitely want to make sure that you have a good relationship with this person, where you can come in and say, here's what my situation is. And the problem is, while one person, the lender, is feeling angry and frustrated and agitated, the borrower is feeling guilty and ashamed, and so they don't have a conversation. And yes, at that point, it would be really good for you to have a conversation so you can set up something that will help you repair that relationship.
But then on one hand, if you're going to lend money to someone, I mean, shouldn't you go into this thinking it's a gift rather than a loan? I mean, can you really expect someone close to you to pay you back?
Well, remember, in the PayPal study, actually what we're looking at is shared expenses. So these were things that were often thought about in the front side. So if you and I go out to dinner tonight and I say, hey, I'll pick this up, I just need you to PayPal me the money, in response, then that's the kind of agreement that we have. And so you could think of it as just a gift, but you're still probably going to feel angry and bitter that the person, basically mooched off you for dinner.
And you also say the rise of outlets like Venmo and PayPal.me are making this easier, but there are still security concerns with some of these platforms, right?
Well, if they have security concerns, I mean, certainly that's going to be something that you need to think about, but you can go to PayPal.me and look at the FAQ and find out all the different ways that you can see how this is really pretty safe and secure to do transactions. Personally, I've never had a problem with the security.
Bottom line, should you loan money to friends and family? Is that something you advise people to do, or is it just going to create more friction between the relationship?
77% of people want to share cost. This is just a nice way the technology comes in and intervenes so that we can feel comfortable getting our money back in a safe way.
All right, Professor, we'll leave it there. Thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
For Main Street, I'm Scott Gamm in New York.